Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, T7 Eraser, and I'm here bringing you guys Wreckfest 2, Update 3. Um, Not gonna lie to you, I'm not really looking forward to making this video. Just simply because I've been playing on it and things haven't gotten any better. But I'm gonna showcase it anyhow. And they've dropped in 2 new cars, and I'll leave a little space here for you guys to read the important updates. I'm a little bit behind by a couple of weeks. Um, Obviously, I went to the truck show 2 weeks ago. Depends what time when you're seeing this video and when I get it up. But nevertheless, let's take a look what's going on. So I don't know what to do. I mean, let's go into multiplayer, and if that don't work, then we're just going to go into we're going to go right into just single player and test out some single player stuff. But I see there's whole lobbies here. Here, let's just put myself in here anyway. I don't see anybody. That's another thing too. I have marked these three servers. There's not a lot. Again, there's still not a lot of servers that are. Still not a lot of servers that are ready to go. The game is still in whatever process that it is in, pre-release stage or whatever. And but there's still, in my opinion, still a lot wrong with this game in terms of just being smooth and outright working as it should. But like I said, they seem to have fixed some things or whatever they're doing. And but I personally don't see much of a difference. Ish. The game is still saying that I'm exceeding my limit, which I don't want. I don't believe that's true. And as you can clearly see, get stuff like this. This also keeps occurring. These connections to servers that you just keep getting disconnected from, which is just I don't know what to say. Wreckfest 1 didn't have these issues, or didn't occur as much as this is now. But yeah, my motivation for this video is pretty much at its lowest. So early access still. So yeah, but I want to cover it. I want to record it because at least you guys can see what it is that I'm going through and why I'm not proactively playing Wreckfest 2 yet, because it's just been a lot of this. It's been a lot of very poor, yeah, I can't, I'm just, yeah, very poor quality here, I would say, in terms of functionality. It's not exactly working as it should. If I can find the words. So multiplayer is not going to work for me. At least I'm not gonna keep trying that, because I've been kind of, again, back testing this behind camera, and it's just it's not working as it should. So we're gonna just, maybe this video is gonna be quick, depending how long I'll make it. Maybe it's gonna be short, but yeah, we're gonna just throw some cars in here. I'm gonna showcase new cars. At least do that. There's still no welded. There's still no diff locking option in the game yet, or any fine tuning of the cars yet, which I find quite surprising in some regard, that there's that they haven't dropped that feature yet, like it was in Wreckfest 1. But it says coming soon, so still coming soon. So they've added this. They've added the Fiat 500, and they've added a 67 Chevelle, say the least. Yeah, my year might be a little off. I had 66 or 67 Chevelle body style, but it also kind of reminds me of the GTO a little bit too, because of the rear C-pillar. But yeah, there's a few GM cars in one in this mix, but it looks great. I've been driving this guy a little bit, and said at least another American muscle car is never a wrong thing for me to have. Of course not. If you guys follow the channel for this length of time, you guys would know that I love my 60s and 70s American muscle cars. Of course. But nevertheless, let's give it another go. Let's send this baby across the track. And we can just do some hot laps with some cars and run it through. I'll use both cars out. We'll bring out the Fiat 500 after this. We'll make a couple of laps of this race. I like this track. That's why I keep coming to this track. I really do. I think it's my favorite track on the game, to be honest. I really do love the stock scrapyard. A great layout. It's super fun to just. I just love getting around that corner that comes up and there's a big tire pile and just pull the handbrake and just let her slide. I like that. That's a great spot to just toss the car around. So I like the way. Again, the car is still great. They sound great, but the game functionality needs some work. This game needs some work. And again, still in early access, of course, but it's just extremely frustrating because I want a newer racing game to jump to because of just for a lot of reasons, and I just can't find my placement. You know what I mean? I just can't find my personal placement in another racing game right now because just nothing's working and nothing's I would say optimized as it should be. And it's just really frustrating, to say the least. And I feel like I'm sitting in a pretty, lonely boat in a way it is when it comes to these things, of course. But I've been, of course, I've been doing this sort of thing for years in a way. So covering racing games and all that. So it seems to be just a hard genre. I know that Forza Horizon 6 has been announced. Don't know whether I'll do a reaction video on that or not. I saw the trailer, so I guess it's my reaction. I saw the trailer. As you guys know, I've got a bit of love-hate relationship with Forza. A long, deep love-hate relationship with Forza for a lot of reasons that I could write a book about, to be honest. But anyhow, I won't get into that because, yeah. Let's test out this guy real quick, this Chevelle, and toss it around the scrapyard. See if I can do a bit messy. A little bit of. Ooh, I'm so sorry, Fiat 500. I shouldn't apologize to the AI, right? But kind of ramming him a little bit without any means. My camera's a little bit messed up a little bit. The last time I played, ooh, there we go. Ooh. Already I see that I'm getting some massive frame loss. I'm getting insane frame loss for what it's worth. Still, like, I should be getting solid 60. I was getting solid 60 last time, and now I'm not getting much of that at all. So, yeah, this is what I mean with this. It's just the game is still not. If one day I get 60 and then another day I don't get 60, you know what I mean? It just keeps. Oh man, I'm so sorry. My apologies. Let's restart this. I'm not. I got 10 laps on this gun. Let's change the. I gotta change the laps. I'm not gonna do 10 laps of this with this car. That's why, because I want to show you guys a full showcase of it, right? But and still, differential is coming soon, which I love to have because there's a couple of cars I like to fine tweak, and particularly this one too. I think this one needs to be a bit more open, a little bit. It needs a bit more grip here and there. So I need to. I wish I could do it on this car, but I can't do it. Yeah, but how do I set up a race like this? Can I change settings in the race right now? Can I not? Let me do that. I'm gonna have to reload the game. But this laptop should be able to run this game. I find it absolutely. I don't understand why it doesn't, and I don't believe the numbers that this game is putting out. I don't believe the numbers. It doesn't make any sense that a game like this is running this high. You know, it just really doesn't. So, because Wreckfest 1 never ran like this. And I've been going through the comments and reviews and discussions a little bit, just reading through some of them. And honestly, um, people are saying some similar things, and there's a equal level of frustration that's going about just to where this game sits right now. So it's just, you know, I don't know how long early access has been out for, but it's going to be about a year. You know, like it's going to be close to about a year now, I think, isn't it? In like a few more months for sure. So when does this game plan to really come out? You know what I mean? Like when are they really going to put in some real work? And it feels like they haven't put in much work at all to really address some of the issues that people are having with this. Because some people can't even get this game to load, from what I read, and things of that nature. And I'm getting another insane frame loss. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm not very motivated to make this video. I'm really, yeah. There's a bunch of things that I just, yeah. I can't even find words for anymore. But hey, I mean, like I basically have shared on Steam, this game is definitely not even worth the time to put a dime in it right now for those who are looking into. Oh my goodness, I'm racing like absolute garbage right now. Just try again. Frame loss is bugging me. Excuse me, big guy. This lag, man, this frame loss is not pretty. It's not even playable like this. I'm not too sure what could be creating this lag. It's just like now the game is just getting worse. The game is just running even worse than it did last time. I feel like they're just going in there and like they're not really optimizing this game as it should be. Like this very poor optimization quality is going on here, and it's just terrible. Like this was running at 60 last time. Now it runs at like 30. Like I don't understand. This is ridiculous. Nothing has changed on my computer. I've updated my graphics card, you know, like the drivers and everything, and I keep things nice and mint. And this is just, I don't understand why I'm getting below 60 frames right now. It's just, it doesn't make any sense, man. And you know, the minimums, I'm within minimum specs of this game. Like I'm within, like this laptop is more than enough for what it's been running. You know, I play a lot of other games that are on here that are a little bit, quote unquote, should be more cumbersome than this. But this shouldn't be this cumbersome, and it's acting like it is. And I read some comments that, you know, you don't need a 5090 to run this game. It shouldn't need that. But it's acting like it needs a 5090 to run this game. Like, I'd like to know your thoughts down below. Like, leave a comment or something if I'm not the only one seeing this. But for those who are running it bigger and badder-ass chips than mine, then for God's sake, man, this is a frustrating thing, you know? I don't know what else to say. Like, this needs to be fixed. Man, that was a beautiful slide. Too bad I'm getting lag, though. That was an amazing fucking slide going around that tire pile. But, man, I just... so laggy. Trying to catch this Volkswagen Fox over here. Definitely giving me a run for my money, this guy. But the cars sound great. They feel great. That's the thing. There are some elements here that I just absolutely love. Like this is well done. Like they're getting some elements right, and there's some bits about this that just not just optimization quality needs to be stepped up. That quality level of optimization has to be stepped up because it's just like I shouldn't be getting this much of a frame drop. It's just insanity to me. Oh, that's beautiful. That's just gorgeous. Wow. Guys, just go rewind that and rewatch that slide that I just pulled up. That was amazing. But you know, I love throwing my land yachts around. I love throwing my speed boats around. You know what I mean? You gotta know that. It just feels great to do that. I love cars with insane amounts of body roll. I may sound like a crazy person when I say that, but I really do. I just love it. The quick little flick, and you know, she's sliding. You know, I can't give it too much, or she'll spin out. But no, not racing too well here. I feel like I'm just kind of letting the car go, but. But if I had some adjustment, if I could adjust differential a little bit, it'd be great. It feels like I need to have it a bit open. First thing I'm kind of feeling, because I feel like as soon as I slide too much, a little bit, I give it too much gas, I have ability to I can't say I haven't over-rotated this car before, but I have, yeah. So I kind of want the differential to be like maybe open a little bit. I'm not saying it feels like it's welded now, but I mean, it almost does feel like it's welded. Yeah, I did not do well on that one. I was trying. That guy got me by 9 seconds. Just, you know what? Sliding the car way too much. But yeah, let's try another. Let's try the other car. I have to go back in the menu and set that up. But yeah, again, just here we are again, just trying to see what's really going on here. I don't have much motivation to make this video, and you can sort of see why. It's just been the same things. Some things keep getting better, some things are getting worse, and it's not coming together. You know, this game is not ready yet. It's not going to be ready yet. I don't know when it's going to be ready yet, and it's just, you know, like it's just a patient game. It really is just a patient game. That's really what it is. You know, there needs to be more servers. They need to pop around. There needs to be a lot more optimization work done on this game. And I feel like it doesn't need much, but I feel like they're not getting it right. They're not putting the right chemistry together, and they're just not getting it right. That's what it is. I think they're just not formulating a great update here. Updates in general. They really need to fix this up because this is just a mess. It's a mess. This is becoming a bit of a turnoff for people who want to play Wreckfest right now, and I feel like, but I might be in this boat by myself for what it is, because I have seen some other videos on Wreckfest and people are having a much better time, they're maybe on their chip is a lot better or whatever they got, you know, because I'm running kind of like a, you know, mid-tier kind of computer for what it's worth right now at this moment, my remote system. You know, this is what I'm kind of getting in a way. And in a way, I shouldn't be getting this. I shouldn't be getting this kind of level of optimization. It should be a lot better optimized for this. A lot better. That's not. Now let's try the Fiat 500 and call it a day here. Let's see what the Fiat's like. Ooh. Let's see with a little bounce in return. Ooh. Okay, I was not ready for that. Hang on. Let's try that again. Wow. It's a small wheelbase, so I gotta be careful. Oh shit! I cannot drive a Fiat 500. I don't like that. Probably too narrow of a wheelbase for me. My preference. I'll give you a little bit more nicer. I'm trying to learn. Excuse me. See, I'm trying to learn the car here. I can't believe I spun the Fiat 500 on the start. I can't believe that. This is where it needs a bit of suspension adjustment. Car's got a bit of a learning curve, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out eventually. You guys are going to say, how'd you spit out a Fiat 500? Yeah, I don't know either. I was not expecting that. It doesn't feel that great. I won't lie to you. Oh, Jesus. I am struggling to drive this car. I'm struggling to drive a Fiat 500. That is sad. That is really sad. Holy smokes, this feels horrible. Oh my goodness. It's just that, it might be that narrow wheelbase, but the way they made the tune on this, just maybe it's a little too narrow for this controller, for the analog stick, maybe. I don't know where I was going. Take 5 or 7, or I don't know where we're at now. Try to throttle the gas a little bit so I don't have to freaking give it too much. Ooh. Can I even finish one lap with this car? It'd be nice if we just finish one lap. Nope. Nope. Overcorrected. Okay. I do not like this. I cannot drive the Fiat 500. That is apparent now. I cannot drive the 500. One more time. We'll give it one more try. Got a good launch. Oh, doesn't help when they're pushing me back a little bit. Excuse me. As soon as I go for the counter steer, it just... Yeah, no. I finally meet my match. I finally meet my match in a car that I can't drive in-game. Oh, Jesus. It's kind of fun. It feels kind of fun, though, if I get it right, but... I'm so sorry, Fiat. Oh, my goodness. No. As soon as I try to go counter steer, I think my analog stick, I think the dead zone's probably too short for this to work. Maybe, if I'm saying that correctly. It's probably too short for this car to work. That'd be much better on the wheel, maybe, with more, more control and feel, because I don't have enough feel of the car to even keep that 500 in check. I can't do it. We're gonna let it go. That's it. So I can't drive the 500. That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. But it feels too narrow. Like, as soon as I try to counter steer, it just spins right around. I'm mashing the gas too much, maybe. So, damn. Okay, there goes that. But that is it. That's all we're gonna do for this video. At least I'm trying to put something out for it. Trying to. At least I'm at loss of motivation for this game as it is, because it just keeps being dysfunctional like this. And there's not much I can do. There's not much. We just sit here and wait, and hopefully it gets better. But anyway, I'm your host, T70 Racer. I'm your host, T70 Racer. Catch you guys next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.